In the last lesson, we looked at CCIP bombing in the SMS page. Today, we're going to look at the post-designate CCIP mode that's used when the computed impact point is outside the HUD field of view. This happens most often when bombing in a shallow dive or when high drag bombs are loaded. I have the lesson paused with the target straight ahead. First though, let's set the aircraft up for the attack. Press spacebar to continue. The setup and displays are identical to those we saw in the CCIP lesson, so we'll run through this quickly. Press the air-to-ground master mode button on the ICP to configure for air-to-ground attack, then verify the master arm switch is in the arm position. You should have the air-to-ground SMS page displayed on the right MFD with CCIP submode selected. Today we have 6 Mark 82 Air high-drag bombs loaded. These are configured with the BSU-49 tail assembly that slows the bomb after release to reduce the danger of the aircraft being hit by weapon fragments at low altitude. We have a high drag and low drag option that can be set by cycling through the fusing options. Selecting nose configures it for a low drag release, while selecting tail or nose tail configures it for a high drag release. We'll leave it set to nose tail for a high drag release. Press spacebar to continue. Next, let's try something a little different and set the number of release pulses to 6 for a ripple release. This will cause all 6 bombs to drop on one attack run. Unguided bombs are by their nature inaccurate, so releasing more than one bomb at a time increases the probability of a hit. It's also useful for attacking convoys along a road or large target complexes where only one bomb will not ensure damage to the entire target. Depress the OSB next to RP and select 6 from the menu. Then, depress the OSB next to Enter to save the change and return to the air-to-ground page. 6 should then be displayed as the number of release pulses. Set that up and press spacebar to continue. Now, let's set the desired impact spacing between bombs on the ground. The target for this lesson is a convoy on the road straight ahead and looks to be spread out over about 1,000 feet. So let's set a spacing of about 200 feet between each of the 6 bombs to ensure coverage. Depress the OSB next to the interval distance. Type in the 200-foot distance we want, and depress the OSB next to Enter to save the change. 200 feet should then be displayed as the interval distance. We'll leave the single pair option set to single. Press spacebar to continue. Moving up to the HUD, we see the same CCIP symbology as in the last lesson. The flight path marker is at the top, and the bomb fall line extends down to the CCIP pipper. Also note the small horizontal bar on the bomb fall line. This is the time delay cue and indicates the computed bomb impact point is outside the HUD field of view. Last time we were in a dive with low drag bombs, and this was not visible at release. We depressed the weapons release button on the stick and the bombs were released immediately. This time, we'll still place the paper over the target and press the weapons release button, but instead of releasing the bombs, that point on the ground will be designated, and steering information will be presented in the HUD. The bombs release when the aircraft is flown to the release point, just like in a CCRP delivery we'll see in the next lesson. Press spacebar to continue. Now let's perform the attack. You'll see a convoy along the road straight ahead. You'll notice we're not attacking straight down the line of vehicles, but from a slight angle. This is to ensure a miss slightly to the left or right does not completely miss all of the targets. I've marked the center of the convoy with red smoke. The CCIP pipper marks the center of the stick of bombs in a ripple release, so we'll fly it to align the bomb fall line with the center of the target. You will depress and hold the weapons release button when the CCIP pipper is over the center of the target. Now at that point, the bomb fall line will be replaced with a steering line. Keep the flight path marker aligned with this line. A small horizontal line known as the solution cube will appear at the top of the steering line and begin to move down. Bombs are released when it reaches the flight path marker. The flight path marker will flash when all the bombs have come off the aircraft. Release the weapons release button and fly a safe escape maneuver to avoid the bomb fragmentation. There are many options, but with high drag bombs, we can just continue to fly straight ahead. So press the spacebar when you're ready to unpause and give it a shot. I'll talk you through it as we go. Okay, align the bomb fall line with the target. Maintain some altitude and be sure the flight path marker stays above the pull-up anticipation cue if it appears. This does not need to be done at treetop level. The CCIP pipper should be nearing the target. Depress and hold the weapons release button when it's over the target and keep the flight path marker aligned with the steering line. Okay, weapons away. Release the weapons release button and keep flying straight ahead to avoid the frag. Worry about looking for threats and following the bombs. Okay, let's turn back and see how we did. You should be able to see the craters that mark the impact points of the bombs. Even if the targets aren't smoking, it's likely they took some damage. When you're done, press escape to end the lesson. Feel free to reload the mission and try again on this or other targets in the area. Weapons away. Release the weapons release button and keep flying straight ahead to avoid the frag. Worry about looking for threats and following the bombs. Okay, let's turn back and see how we did. You should be able to see the craters that mark the impact points of the bombs. Even if the targets aren't smoking, it's likely they took some damage. When you're done, press escape to end the lesson. Feel free to reload